The culture of our planet, of our people, depends on our connection to non-local knowledge, to the field of infinite consciousness, and to group emergent consciousness. And I'm going to explain to you why and how. For too long, we have been separating ourselves as individuals on this planet, as individual nations, individual races, individual people, and forgetting that our true nature is on a much grander scale, and that we are earthlings in a solar system in this galaxy, and that our culture here on Earth is part of a galactic history. It's part of a galactic family. It's just we haven't en masse developed and disseminated the technology to be able to connect with our galactic sisters, star sisters and brothers. But it is there, and it's innately within each and every one of us. We have the ability to tap into non-local knowledge. We have the ability to channel oracular consciousness. We have the ability to communicate with one another, communicate with our higher selves, communicate with our guides, communicate and interface, to channel information, to draw information from celestial bodies, from trees, from one another across the planet, and also from one another across the galaxy. And we are learning this. We are remembering these ways. And so our culture depends on it, because so much of it in this earth realm has been simply lost, has been destroyed, has been purposefully destroyed. And so much of it was lost in the Great Deluge, and many of the cycles that have, natural cycles that have taken place on this planet, where, you know, we've had the natural disasters, cataclysms, for want of a better word. And so a lot of our history, a lot of the knowledge that's been passed on has simply been lost. And this is why the golden chain and the golden current that is practiced through all indigenous traditions, the oral tradition, the tradition of storytelling, the tradition of remembering and passing on knowledge. This is why this is so fundamental and so key. This is why the stories that we tell our grandchildren, that we receive from our grandparents, are so key. The stories that we receive from the trees, from the earth, from the mycelial network, from our star family, from our guides. The stories, the codes, the information about how to work with nature, through nature, what plants to use for what, about mathematical and technological innovation. All of this information can be accessed, can be passed on, and can be accessed from nature, can be accessed within our very own genetic code, our DNA, and our Akashic records, which is the water in our body, and the light photons that make up our genetic DNA. And so if we can learn to remember, to tap into, to interface with this information, utilizing our own technologies, creating new technologies to do this, then we can bring through this information, this lost information, we can remember it, we can scribe it, and we can pass it on. And each and every one of us has a responsibility to verify the information we come across through our embodied experience. And then that becomes our inner truth, the inner truth of those parts of us that then radically trust and relax back, so that we can be in our pure divine soul energy and feel that deep, the charge of that knowing, that deep inner truth that we are. So there's no debate. I don't need to debate with you and argue my point and say, you know, and it's fun, and it's fun to bounce ideas back and forth, but I don't really need to, because I have the deep knowing within. And this work that we do when nobody's watching. This is really, truly who we are. This is really, truly what we're made of. And this is really what we will be known by the universe for. So, I hope that you will join Rup and myself and all of the other beautiful learners and community at the Earth Family, at Earth School, as we embark on a new set of programs to remember to up-level and upgrade ourselves so we can be these open channels for divine information and to be able to hold the strongest and safest of space through our embodied experience with those reference points to guide others through these processes, and for us to become the elders, to take our place in that golden current, to keep passing on, because we're going to be the elders of the generations that are going to actualize the change en masse on this planet that we've all been praying for. So please check out our Rooting into the Earth mentorship and our Deepening into Self-Healing training. And please, please, please book a call with us so that we can share with you just how powerful this container is.